So many important events to celebrate, and only one company's big enough to deliver them all. Here comes
your DJ has only just begun.
Me never call it crime, panacea. Me never say he locked up, no. Me never take $1 for a drink. Politicians them love actor. At the youths them I feel it, that's why me reveal it. So we live it day to day to day. This are no category, this are the real story. Sufferation stay long time away from my family, living day to day. Gotta make ends meet. Give thanks to Life Luton for represent Mindset every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. UK time. IjahStars, tell it to them. Free mind, free souls, free spirit. That's it.
I'm here and be a positive people part. Drive out the car. Who am I a roll? No IjahStars. You don't know so the mindset each and every Wednesday. IjahStars, lead the people in the right way. That's how we stay. And Zabri, bam, bam, bam.
X. Tread. I ain't not treat if you not listen IjahStars. But mindset.
Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing IjahStars. You can fall.
Well, my name is Reech Stevens, and right now I want to hear them know say a vertical messiah scene. So lock into Mindset every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. That scene. So you know. Let's drink to the hard-working people. Let's drink to the lowly of birth. Raise your glass to Mindset the greatest. And let's drink to the championess.
K-R-E. Hey, IjahStars. It's the mindset. Free your mind. Free your mind. Mindset. Free your mind. Free your mind. Hey, not everything that glitter is gold. Everything that's gold.
Me I tell you, mindset.
Some said the rod of the wicked shall never prosper against the righteous, unless the righteous place his or her hands unto iniquity, then they too shall go down into a pit. And then I say, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what tomorrow may bring. Let the people praise thee, and not thy own mouth, a stranger, and not thy own lips. A stone is heavy, but the sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. And then I say, wrath is cruel, but anger is outrageous. Who is able to stand before envy? Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Cut and clear. Cut and clear. Cut and clear.
Blessed love, manners and respect. Do give thanks and praise for life. This is the Mindset program. IjahStars, I'm your host, and I'm here. It's a great honor to be here with the Honorable Mutabaruka.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man. Rastafari.
Yes, sir, give thanks. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you on your lifetime
achievement. Yeah, I repent.
Yes.
But we don't get it yet.
We don't get it yet.
No, the 24th.
The mindset, thought-provoking, you know. I'm your host, Honorable IjahStars, and we're there with our brand new mindset series live on the YouTube. Subscribe, IjahStars Mindset channel, YouTube. Blessed love.
We never get weary, for we don't
get weary yet. For we're down in the valley for a very long time. We never get weary yet. We never get weary yet. We never get weary yet. For we're down in the valley for a very long time. We never get weary yet.
I am the man you love to hate. I used to sit down in the slums of Ghost Town and Trench Town. Back a wall, no clothes to hide my nakedness. Filth and mosquitoes smelling, biting 400 years of black flesh. Scarred by whips and sticks. I am the man, locks entangled in your nightmares of Medusas and Gorgons. Unkept religious beliefs that pierce the side of your Jesus in the sky. Your vinegar has turned to blood, your water to mud.
I don't care what dirty Babylon say, what they say I am. 'Cause I'm fighting for the Rastafari to set all Africa free. I am blood and fire and hell. I am traveling up to Zion. I am traveling up to Zion. I am traveling up to Zion. I don't care what dirty Babylon say, what they say I am. 'Cause I'm fighting for the Rastafari to set all Africa free. I am blood and fire and hell. I am traveling up to Zion.
Crucifix, choking on your life of neocolonialistic attitudes. Yes, I am the man that came in clouds of ganja smoke, choking you to death, yet not killing you. My eyes seen a black god, casting doubts in your mind about your unexposed spiritual being. Black shadows, casting clear pictures of an existence drowned by false concepts of reality. Black was beauty, until I walked with my bare feet, touching your tarry pavements of sadistic heat.
Tell ya.
So you left Clarendon to go a Brixton, and you check settings cool in a Liverpool.
Yeah man, Mutabaruka is our special guest today. I just want to jog the idea memory with these songs in.
To stay in a white man country too long.
Track title White Man Country.
Good to stay in a white man country too long. In the 50s, my mother sister run go England. Now my mother gone America. She turn American. It no good to stay in a white man country too long. It no good to stay in a white man country too Clarendon to go a Brixton. And you check the things cool in a Liverpool. But in a Powell didn't know that things would get a blow. It no good to stay in a white man country too long. It no good to stay in a white man country too long. And I listen the news and I get confused. A black man join the Ku Klux Klan. It no good to stay in a white man country too long. It no good to stay in a white man country too long. If you white, it alright. If you brown, stick around. If you black, get back, or you better attack. It's no good to stay in
a white man country too long. It's a serious thing. I want to greet the item officially in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Kidamawi Haile Selassie the First, conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of God, light of this world. Give thanks in those beautiful and divine name. Empress Menen the First, Haile Selassie the First. And without no further delay, I'm going to introduce Mutabaruka to the Mindset program. Blessed love, Muta.
Yeah, blessed man. Give thanks for having you know.
Yes, honorable. Great honor to have the hype on the program here today. We just play White Man Country. Is that one of the most controversial piece of work that I put out there?
Me don't make controversial music, man. Me don't make controversial music, you know. People's controversial, you know, them thinking, you know, this is sometimes it's political and sometimes it's Rastafari, you know. That poem is a thing where we see in England and go on. And Linton Kwesi Johnson, who come from Jamaica, write a tune named England is a Bitch. I don't know if you know that poem.
Yes.
England is a bitch. Well, my contention was if it's a bitch, why stay there? So we go and to explain that it's no good to stay in a white man country too long. If you know this is you left Clarendon and go to Brixton,
yes.
that is which part Lincoln come from. But I know says him not responsible for being there because his parents in them time they didn't make the move them. But it didn't matter to me still. It was an idea that say England is a bitch and we're not going to stay there. And now we see say a whole heap of black people want to stay there, but they might run them out. They might run way out of it, you know. So that is where the inspiration come from. It's not good to stay in a white man country too long.
And years before that, we you know, the history of Caribbean people or African people coming to England, you had the Windrush in the 60s, in the early 60s, and that bring a lot of African people to England.
From all over, especially the Caribbean. They come from especially the Caribbean.
Majority, but we see of late that some of those people that came to England and been here for that period of time, for them children, we see a lot of them was being deported back to Jamaica.
Yeah, and them too, not only the children, them too. There are people that they had 40, 50 years and them I tell them, say them have to go away. And them people that make them life over there years ago. So you must see how wicked and cruel white supremacy is when it comes on to African people. Yet still, Boris Johnson did offer some Chinese. He said, we're taking at least 3 million Chinese in England. So you must know how terrible system is back elsewhere. Even though we fight all in the Royal Air Force, you know, during them time they had a war in Germany and France and all them something. We fighting at the Royal Air Force. And also we help to build Liverpool, we help to build a whole heap of place in England.
Bristol.
And now them turn around and do this. So we have to know, so well, boy, right now, white man country, we have to focus on Africa, brethren. And even in the Caribbean, because we have a majority rule in the Caribbean, so that is really what we have to focus on. I mean, we understand building your life in England still. But building your life in England is one, but are you living in England, you know?
Is a serious thing. And the I within the song or the poem agitate for us to go back to Africa, right? Talk to me about your first time going to Ethiopia, Shashamane.
No, it's not that. It's not. We never agitate to go to Africa. You know that. You know. In white man country, we never agitate to go to Africa. All we just said was look on the condition. Because we left and think that the streets of England was paved with gold. You know, if we find the coal and Queen Elizabeth up there. So we just say, politically say, check out the thing. Powell, as a racist, didn't know the things will get a blow. The skinhead them, all of these things, black people have to confront. Now it's too late now to tell black people leave England, because we say how black people build up their life around England. So them have to fight now to stay there. And we still start against them where after you fight for England, them until they say, why, we don't really need you up there. So again, time you go home. You know, see, the idea of Africa never come in. I mean, Africa come up in other poems, but not that one. Since it is not about that poem there, we just address that, you know.
Rastafari, give thanks for the clarity. So, to the question I know, the first time going to Ethiopia and Shashamane, what was the impression of the place back then to the eye?
The impression? Well, it kind of if and no if and but and all. Even where we say a whole heap of the Jamaicans, the conditions where they will live under because of some doctrine, you know, some religious doctrine. You know, a man, same kind as Zion, but when we say how he live, it's like he live worse than when he live in Babylon. You know, and the conditions now is a little better, but then now we have the tribal war where I do things to the Rastafari community who did help build up schools and all them something there. So when we go there first, it was exploring what is this Ethiopia that we always talk about and hear about. And we find out, say, Ethiopia is the cradle of civilization, obviously. And it was good to go there to see for yourself what is what and what is not. You know, my first choice in Africa is not Ethiopia. You know, people might find that very strange to say, but my first choice is not Ethiopia, in Africa. Because when I talk about Africa, I talk about Africa, 50 odd countries. My first choice right now would be Ghana or South Africa. That is where I would have really realized and recognized right now, Ghana or South Africa. Ethiopia is almost like a emotional thing, you know, like Chu is a Rasta. You have to talk about Ethiopia, even if the conditions is not conducive to Rastafari. But Chu, you say Haile Selassie come from Ethiopia, and Haile Selassie give the land Shashamane as a thing. It's long time old man on the Shashamane land, and things should be better according to where Haile Selassie did perceive, say, you know, giving the land would help black people to come home and develop and even help Ethiopia in its time of stress. But what we see is that a whole heap of things happen on the land where it's almost like you make you feel weird and funny that Haile Selassie give all of this land and this is what has become of it. So, you know, and even though we see a whole heap of ones still a struggle upon it, it is good that them have struggle still. But we really can't let Jamaica struggle and go back over next place and struggle. You know, if I say I go to Africa, I would have to live better than how I live in Jamaica. You know, because that's the purpose of going to Africa. If man says Zion, if you don't hear some man now when Rasta did him same Ghana Zion, I don't know how that come up in a Rasta talk. where Rasta tell man, say, well, you know, him dying good, him gone to Zion. Even last time, me hear them talk about Bonwela and say him gone to Zion. I don't know, when I did just start site Rasta, I never hear Rasta talk about Zion as a place where dead Rastas go. I thought Zion was Africa. And I still see that as Africa. You know, so our clarity is that Africa is where the art there. You know, but my art is not into struggling again. After at my age, I know, for struggle again. You understand? I do enough things I know to help, educate, and return the people their mind to Africa and consciousness to Africa. That mean now for really live in a condition where Babylon put we in and now we have to go in Africa again, go live the same kind of life. I don't know that.
All right, since the I said that, Zane, of recent, about a month or 2 weeks ago, we saw in Ghana that you know, they were having some form of issue with a young man getting to a particular school.
Dreadlocks can't go in a school, it happens everywhere. And not only that, I talked to the brethren last yesterday on the program, not Thursday, Aswad. I talked to him about his son. The brethren they used to live with I in Jamaica and in Africa for years now. And one of the child them was his son. And him a fight for that. If we make them realize it's a joke thing for you to tell you say you can't have locks in a school because that a go on and so too. Last year, them stop a youth from go school and we have to create hell down here to feed. You know, see? And it's really sad for know so you have to go to Africa and have to face the same kind of problem with these little neo-colonialist leaders where them have a scatter all over Africa. A purely neo-colonialists in Africa now a fight. I say them a lead black people when really and truly them a lead people into the same white supremacist mentality from France and England and anywhere the European country them there. Them still maintain that European thinking and thought. So we now need education that is beyond education. You know, we need so educate. And even some of them leaders there, we have to go in front of them and say, look, you know, this is that, you know. Africa we are work with, African civilization, African redemption, you know. We have an African spirituality that defines us as Rasta, you know, through Emperor Selassie and through the historical references of Africa and the glory of Africa. So we still have to fight for that. We still have to fight for that.
You think it's because of most of these leaders they don't have that pan-African mindset as some of the past African leaders.
But that me just tell you, said these leaders is not examples of Africans who should lead Africa. The whole of them is either them get rich off Africa and I send the money go to Switzerland or France or Germany. Or them there, I dig out the people them and I create disturbance and the people them thinking, you know, them raise a whole heap of tribal war through them religion, Islam and Christianity. All of these foreign invasion is not good for Africa, and that is what most of the leaders them know. I think you have about 53 countries in Africa. Most of the leaders them is corrupt. Most of the leaders them is Western minded, and most of the leaders them is thieving the people them and oppressing the people them even more than all the white people them are doing.
Judgment. Rasta. Yeah, it look away because you know, the only leader we saw recently standing up you know, against any outside invaders was the Virgin Makafui. And you know, it looked suspect that, you know, he was the one that was standing up against this new what I call it, new world order system them that they
yeah, but we don't even know if that is true to the point still. We don't know if that is really true to the point, because when you dig deep into Tanzania, where did I go on in Tanzania and there, it's like him is almost like a dictator.
See.
Almost like him put a muzzle on free press, free speech. You know, him tell you say the COVID will go where all you have to do is pray. And him is a Roman Catholic. You know, he must say you have to pray and that. I mean, him do infrastructure work, which is good. You know, only by infrastructure. And him stand up to certain the powers, which is good. But when we are talking about pan-africanists, we are talking about like Jomo Kenyatta and Kwame Nkrumah. You know, they are them kind of people that we are talking about. You know, we're not talking about soldier pan-africanists who, even though him attack certain things, him still oppress the people them in his country. And him still do certain things. In at them time, as a man, we're young, about 60 years old. You know, I mean, like him still. I like him still because anyone will come stand up against certain powers. We love him, but, you know, when him tell you, say, boy, right now, it's like him say, no, COVID no exists. And like him tell you, say, even if it exists, all you have to do is just pray. And it will go away. Them thing there is not explanation to say, here's a pan-Africanist, because there's something out there kill the people them. And we have to find out how we have to really deal with it. You know, whether you go the way of, where you call it now, build up your immune system. Some people want to go the way of vaccine. Some people want to go the way of locking themselves and all them way there. Anyway, show you. You know, these leaders is corrupt to the bone. Corrupt, very corrupt. I don't see no leader right now in Africa where I did hold up and say, this man is a good leader. I don't see none. Don't see none at all. None. Out of the 50 different countries, I can't pinpoint one and say, this one is the one where I personally would have hold. And in my lifetime, I say I will heap them could have hold.
Yeah, it's serious. It's really serious. Jog the eye memory a little bit. Coral Gardens, the 14th of April are gonna be the memorial.
Yeah, we celebrated already though.
True.
It was Good Friday.
Yeah.
We celebrate more the day of the Good Friday and Holy Thursday rather than the date. You know. So last week was a big celebration of going for the elders them as usual and all these things. So it gone. The celebration in Jamaica gone.
But how does it sit with the eye? Because when you look on it and when you reflect back on what took place, Zane, it like the massacre itself have a ripple effect on the movement of Rastafari, because at the incident itself and then the following years, Rasta did still go under that form of persecution then. How it sit with the eye? You know, looking back.
Well, certain developments happen. One, the government apologized. Two, them open a fund account for the elders them, which like I think is about 100 million or something.
10 million.
They have
10 million.
No man, that's a long time something man. They put more money upon that.
What, from 2017?
Yeah man, they put no money upon that.
Okay.
Man. All right, so what I know is that you have what them call Coral Garden Council down at Montego Bay there, where a whole heap of ones come together, and now them have a home. Them have a home for some of the elders them, where them take care and call it like a center, daycare center, where them set up. You know, them build up a daycare center, and now the government, them just buy some land, about 100 acres, where them are going to use to plant and all them something there. So things is going along, even though it a grind slow, it a grind still. Understand? So we have to watch the government, because sometimes the government do these things forget people for come on them side. And the Coral Garden Benevolent Society, I know the brethren and the sister in them, and I hope say them don't make them get twist and turn, because well, no one accept the government apology, really. Because it's not really an apology. Holiness never really apologized, even though him apologize. And we watch all this thing and when them talk about the money, because since them get out all the money, a whole heap of the elders them pass away. You know, see, since the time when them apologize and say them have how much $10 million in our account, a whole heap of the elders them pass away. But them put some more upon it, so it was able to help. I can't just interview the sister who is the president. Them was able to, you know, get out a daycare center for a whole heap of the elders them who will go through the trial. But now, we need now reparation for Rasta in general in a Jamaica. Because we can't talk about we are going to Queen for reparation in England when the government honors her, will represent the Queen still. Don't repair the damage that them deal with. So that is really the next move. The next move is, yes, we love all the elders them a move. We love all the sister in them from the benevolence, Rastafari Benevolent Society. I move slowly and sure and figure out certain things for the elder them. But then there's a bigger picture I know to deal with because Kartel never just affect the bridging them in a Montego Bay. It affects the whole island.
Right, the ripple effect. That is the ripple.
All over the place. You know, see, so that is really something where we have to deal with. Or we're going to now deal with the reparation, the repairing of the damage that has been done for much years with the elders them, and even I and I who they are so now.
Said we.
Because certainly talk about school and all them something where Rasta see them till I will talk about John Jay like a year and all them Rasta. Yeah, sorry for that.
Afraid of man.
Yeah, them still out old Rasta in our level way. Them a go like say them no understand say with them it's joke. It's joke business when them deal with it that way there. So yes, we have the fight, the struggle still are going, the struggle still going on as it relates to that, you know.
So in a nutshell then, what I say, the governing body should have really contact their superior, which is the crown here in the UK, and start to agitate towards the people reparation and repatriation and so on. Following
them have a reparation committee still, you know. Them have a reparation committee for about how much years now under the Ministry of Culture, Vybz Creation. Them have a reparation committee. And them have a Caribbean committee where we deal with certain things, but as I say, them things they grind slow. So the whole of it just dead off and then the younger ones them forget to deal with. And that is it. So we have to make sure say it don't work that way there. You know, we have to make sure of that because these people have tricks in the trade, you know them way there.
True.
Because we see all the prince, the king, the prince man they dead now, Queen Elizabeth Sugo. Because you know, say them things that go that way there, you know them usually when the husband dead or the wife dead, the wife or the husband go around the corner soon and pass away. And then the other younger one, them all come and go like say them more hip and more in tune. And we don't want that. Because we and them is not friend.
True.
We and them is not friend. You understand? We want to deal with repatriation, reparation as how it was. Rastafari, Prince Emmanuel used to chant reparation, repatriation. And that's still up on the table. That is still on the table.
Same way. And yeah, we don't want to deviate from that. You know, we want to
no, we're not deviating from it. We're not deviating from it. Because our whole heap are dead for this and suffer for this. You know, we go through so much things. You know, we go to jail for ganja treatment and we don't smoke ganja. You know, them way there's them thing there.
Rasta. General. Why when the church, His Majesty allegedly sent the church from Ethiopia, Zine?
Yeah, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church.
Yeah, Ebenezer, around about 76, 1986, I think, all them time there. Why Rasta would have run the church? Zine, was it because
when them virgin they came to Jamaica, they were saying that Rasta had to cut their locks if they wanted to join the church, or...
And not wrong with that, not wrong with that. Them also don't hear His Majesty in the church. And you say, oh, I could have been a Rasta and sit down in that church, and you can't say Emperor, the Almighty. You know, I don't see that. Them think there's some joke business. You see, if you are talking about your Rasta, and you go in that church, we see that go on like them a Roman Catholic. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, and all them someday. And you sit down there and hear the man them a talk, so, and you say, Emperor Selassie, Jah Rastafari. It's like it's a no. I couldn't go deal with that. How people go in there go deal with it because they want to change the name and because them say Selassie said it come here. All them things that people go to war, but Rastafari did have its own understanding and cultural expression already. You know, see. So to me, I know me the church send for. You know, see, I know me I just send the church for. Because we done Rasta already, and we done set up nationally and internationally, spiritually and physically, a concept and a culture that define we. It never define we in rights and rights of a church. It define we in the liberty, the experience that we experience in the system also, and come out of the system, in the system, but not out of the system. We develop certain behaviors and attitude. You know, how we eat, how we talk, how we look, you know, our aspirations, all of these things we develop, just as it is by ourselves.
Rastafari. I did a reason with an elder recently, Zenon. He was putting a lot of emphasis on that the movement of Rastafari has forgotten a code, which is death before the honor. They are tried a long time. They are know of that code, my lad.
No, I don't know about no code about no death before the honor. That's how people are talking about other things. I don't know if Rasta have no code about death before the honor. That is what a man wants to say because he must say, no, a man prefer death before them get dishonored. That is what soldiers say in a war, that soldiers say, but it's not a Rasta code. It's a code where soldiers, and if you want to call yourself a Rasta soldier, well, it go for you too. But there's no argument about death before this honor in Rasta. You can't take that as a mantra because you feel say, well, I better you're dead before a man dishonor you, which is so, it should have go all the while. Every day we have been dishonored, and we not kill nobody. And we, you know, every day them kill we, and we still not kill nobody. So I don't have no code we say that in Rasta. I don't have code we say that in the army. Our people take up that code because them feel say, instead of a man capture you alive, you just kill yourself.
Madness.
You know, that is really where the code come from, you know. The code come from soldiers who are say, instead of the army catch you and torture you and try to get things out of you, you just kill yourself. That come from a long time, long time.
But you don't know of that in a Rastafari.
No, that is individual thinking, individual saying, you know, just that people come up with these things. I don't know. I only part in your people say Rasta this, Rasta that, and a Rasta just individual man attack.
So the narrative that we hear going out there that the movement have lost that militancy about it because of, you know, recent things that we see, public figure as you know, even Rasta artists we see out there. No, Rasta celebrate Christmas, Rasta celebrate Easter and all of these things.
Rasmus.
Yeah.
Call it Rasmus. What kind of madness that? Rasta call the same. I just heard it as Rasmus. I get last again. I go around the corner, I get last again. I just last birthday become Rasmus. You know, man, I celebrate Ethiopia and Christmas, 7th of January, 6th of January. all them something. We have our own things where we just celebrate. Marcus Garvey birthday, Emancipation Day, you know, Haile Selassie Earth Day, Coronation Day. All of these things we celebrate. And now we have tried, it's like a man of us said Jesus black. You know, how him get Jesus so black and him do the same thing with the white Jesus say do. And him have the same thinking like the white Jesus. But all him do is change the color. That don't make no sense. You can't change the color. It's not the color why you say about it, you know, it's because of the thinking. And the thinking say, Jesus turned water into wine, him dead, him raise again, and now you are saying Jesus black, but you still have to say the black Jesus turn water into wine, raise the dead, feed 5,000 people with fish and this and that and that. A joke business. You can't, it's not the color it's not the color. You know, see, it's where you read about this so-called Jesus Christ in the Bible and I try to interpret the thing. You know, see, so when you say black Jesus now, you feel more secure in yourself. But then now you go back now in the mythology of the white Jesus. You know, you don't create a space to develop your own consciousness and awareness as it relates to a black Jesus. What you do is just swap the marker dark with puppy. You know, you don't say, all right, you have a praise a black Jesus, but everything with the white Jesus, where you think the white Jesus do, you say the black Jesus they do it. It's a kind of mad business. It's a psycho, you know, yeah. We're traumatized, brethren. We're traumatized. We're traumatized to the point where we want to believe in Adam and Eve. We want to believe that God made the heaven and the earth in a 6th day, so we have to keep Sabbath. We want to believe all these things. And then now, for those of us who claim our conscience, we say, yeah, but in Ethiopia, we turn back to Ethiopia and say, yeah, but in the church in Ethiopia. The church in Ethiopia is not that they decide Rastafari concept. Rastafari concept was there. Hello?
Yeah, man, it wasn't the church that did I say Haile Selassie is God, is Rasta in a Jamaica did I say that. Yeah.
So we can't know, but say no, through the church in Ethiopia do this and the church in Ethiopia do that. Me must do it too. Because the church in Ethiopia now say Haile Selassie. As a matter of fact, them are the biggest fight against Haile Selassie. When Haile Selassie they go turn over the land to the people there, because the church is the biggest landowners in Ethiopia. And when Haile Selassie they go turn over the land to the people, them fight against him. I say, where you talk about? Fight, turn over land to where? So all the big landlords, them and the kings, them, want to say, boy, Haile Selassie, I joke out this thing about him want to turn over land to the normal person, which land is power. If you don't have the land, you don't have no power. And that is really where scare certain things. Because here we know, sit down here now, and I develop. We are the only group of people that was what we call our ancestors were farmer slave. We will develop a religion in the Western world. Mm. Can you believe that? We develop a religion in the Western world. And that religion, if you want to call it a religion, is Rastafari. We're based upon Emperor Haile Selassie Africa. So we know what to know for us why, because Ethiopia this and Ethiopia that. We have to go with that. The cross and Jesus Christus. Jesus Christus is not even Ethiopian. Ethiopia is not even Ethiopian, either. Where you really take it. Ethiopia, Greek. You know, Jesus Christus are Greek. There's no word for Jesus Christ in the Amharic language. Them adapt Jesus Christus out of the Greek language and put it there so. You know, see, and them don't want to use the Hebrew word, which is Yahushua. Yahushua would have better use Yahushua than I talk about Jesus and Jesus Christus. You know, see, but nobody now look at it them way there. We as Rastafari define ourselves. We are very unique people. You plan to say the strangest man them in the world, the strangest people them in the world. You know, Rastafari, and we come develop that. And now we are turning it over to Christian thinking, Christian mind. Whether it be Roman Catholic, Orthodox Church or whatsoever. It's not the way. Rastafari is is a movement that was formed to deal with colonialism and white supremacy over black people. That is really the fight. It's a liberation movement. It's not a religion. It's not somewhere you go pray every day and I say, yes, I will protect you and guide you, and anybody will fight against you, I will lick them down. That is not Rastafari. That is what Rastafari become. It's like how you see them build up tabernacle in a temple, in a Nyabingi, and have all priests in a Nyabingi. Oh, you have priests in a Nyabingi. Nyabingi is a war against evil forces coming from the woman Nyabingi in Uganda. And we understand that it's not a religion. And then now them are read the same thing and quote the same book, them same Bible verses in the Nyabingi. When we just start going to Nyabingi, never have no tabernacle. Man, a bonfire against the system, bonfire against anything. Man, we are near meat, bonfire against man, we go to church. Them things that we know about. But no man stand up in a tabernacle and a preach. And also now them are turn it all in an organization. They must say them have secretarian or organize. Nyabingi is not an organization of business people. See, if you want a farm organization, your farm is separate from the Nyabingi. See, it's just that, you have a farm is separate from the Nyabingi, but you can't include business of order and secretary and treasurer and all that in a Nyabingi. That is not the purpose of Nyabingi.
So, all right.
You have to organize yourself differently.
Let me ask the idea smoother. So, the phrase or the term Nyabingi theocracy, where that come from?
Joke business. Theocracy is Theo mean God, right? And theocracy is a government where God rule.
Right.
But who is ruling when you say God rule? Because nobody's not going to sit down there and say, I am God and I rule. It's the same little priest. It's like Iran. Iran is a theocratic state. But who rule Iran? It's a clergy, them. And them talk like when Moses, in the Bible now, you have, it's supposed to be a theocratic thing, and God say. Who say God say? It's Moses that say God say, and him Levi precept. So them going on this tabernacle, where the Ark of the Covenant there, where the people them can't go in there, because you have to, not even flat-nosed people, one-foot people, none of them kind of people that can enter the tabernacle. It's only the priests them, the Levite them from Moses' tribe can go into the tabernacle. And when them go in there, they make certain laws and come out and tell the people them say, God say. See, that is really the trick in the thing, So in Iran now, when them say it's a theocratic government, God not sitting down, Allah not sitting down at the Prime Minister's desk. It's the clergy them are sit down there. So when a man comes and says theocratic, Rastafari must have a theocratic government, IjahStars not going to sit down there and tell you what to do. It's man going to do that. It's we, ordinary Rastafari, going to do that. So I now going to adopt a theocratic way, because I see that lead to now the domination of man over man again. And you have that in the Bible, theocratic, where Moses attacked, and Moses said, God say, and everything them say, God say, and at them I say it. No, God not said nothing. At them I say it.
All right. So, all right.
Just like in Iran.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about Allah say, if you go chop off a man neck and all them thing, I tell you, vampire, you will get 73 virgin in heaven and all them something. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So, when you look on the Boba Shanti movement, which is a dominant movement within Rastafari, I would say, because when you look around the world now, you see, Bobos from all angles, or even people who say them are Bobo. See? But what the I make of the movement itself of Boba Shanti being Prince Emmanuel even being a part of the Trinity of Marcus and Haile Selassie?
All right, you want me to say that now? Me love when a man can go into himself and create his own concept. The problem we have the concept now is that them are validated through the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
See? That means if a man ever tell me, say, Prince Emmanuel, Marcus Garvey, and Haile Selassie is a Trinity, me not have no problem with it, you know. Because it's black people who find themselves in themselves. You know, see, so you say, well, Prince Emmanuel and Haile Selassie, and you say, okay, a 1 in 3 and 3 in 1. Me have no problem with it. The problem that me have now is when a man will open the Bible and show you something in the Bible. I mean, no say, it not in there. Nothing about that not in there. Me and a man wired the night on the radio, true man tell me about, and me ask him, a daughter asked me who was Melchizedek mother. Not who was Melchizedek mother, who was Prince Emmanuel mother, and when born. So I go find out say born at St. Elizabeth. But I never find out who's the mother. A man cussed me on the radio and I said, when me there talk about Prince Emmanuel, nobody don't know our Prince Emmanuel mother. I said, then he must have mother. The man vexed with me. So I said, Prince Emmanuel have a mother. I said, then you know if any man where have no mother, I say Melchizedek. The Bible says Melchizedek neither have mother nor father. You know why them say that? Why them say Melchizedek not a mother nor father? Because he must not have the priestly oath, he must have the priesthood.
Right.
Them never define within the priestly levels where them talk about in Israel. Them say the Levi, them supposed to be priests.
Right. And
no man no come here so and no ban. Who can be so stupid to believe a man on the earth we do have no mother nor no father?
So
you know, so that is stupid.
Yeah, that is madness, man. Every flesh will walk through you have to come through.
Yeah, so the argument is that if you really deal with a rebirth of your consciousness and awakening, all power to that. I love that. But don't come and validate it through a book where confuse the people them over the years and all them something. Because I love the Bobo house, I love the discipline we're used to today. And notice me say used to, you know. Maybe love where I go on, at least we used to go on. You know, when Prince Emmanuel, they tell me, say, him want them, Bobo them come on the radio, my cutting edge program in the early days. I say, of course. And then the next week, I say, a bus load of them come along RFM, that all, Mr. Young get scared. I say, no, Mr. Young, you don't have to get scared. And we put them on the radio. That before Sizzla and Cape and all them on there. And when we spend the whole 4 hours with them, and next year, Prince Emmanuel said, boy, them give thanks because the first time, them really get faith, say what them want, say on the radio. And I say, next time, you know, Prince Emmanuel, you present the woman them. And the next time, you send the woman them. You know, see?
Balance.
I feel said that is where cause the whole, you know, igniting of the Prince Emmanuel, because them here for the first time on the radio, who was the Bobo house. You know, it's more than man who has sell room. You know, but when you look on the whole argument, it's like 12 tribe. 12 tribe was the most organized set of Rasta in Jamaica. But them have a man named God now say him as a prophet, and everybody else him as a prophet. And him a carrying out to the 12 tribe of Israel because him couldn't acquire no land in Ethiopia for the Federation when they have Charter 15. And then now him decides, all right, him will go around the corner and get some land separate and never get it. So him say, all right, you ever do? We're going to stop call the House Federation and call it the 12 tribe of Israel. Because we have more claim to land in Israel than we are there. So for him, idea was to gather 12 tribes and go to Israel, just like the Hebrew Israelites them. It's just that Hebrew Israelites them bit more practical and them go down and go create a community like the Mona Israel, where dead still, even though it kind of get diminished because when name the dead, the leader dead. But him now, Brother God, was found wanting. And even though him start a good thing, but like any other leader again, after a while them get corrupt and start to do certain things that you say, no, this not gonna work, but I see it now. 12 Tribe of Israel, one of the most biggest and most respected Rasta organization where allow uptown middle class youth to come side Rasta because of the explanation with them gave according to the Bible. It's now just a little organization will keep here stage show and party and dance.
And the I say Rasta is not that, right?
Rasta is a movement of liberation with a spiritual nucleus. It's a black power movement with a spiritual nucleus. It comes to awake the African people out of them slumber. But it don't just come like the Black Panther Party in the 60s. It comes with a cultural expression, you know, and it also comes with a divine awareness of self by looking at Emperor Selassie I the First. You know, so it goes to the next level of consciousness. You know, and that is really what it is all about. It's all about revolution, not only in the political sphere, but also in the spiritual sphere, the consciousness.
True. I hear I mention the Virgin that came on the program, couple programs. Honorable Priest Lindell Zane from the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress.
Oh, what's her name?
Yes.
You hear him?
Yeah, he's an honorable priest. Yeah, man, a good virgin, man. Good virgin. All right, from all of that.
But him cuss I all the while, you know.
No, man, him not cuss
that. That have to say, brethren, you really have to come bother me at the night. Yeah. And him always a call at the night. You know, Mr. Brethren, no, nobody just ease me up tonight. Ease me up. I have to tell him to ease me up.
My questions to the eye still, Zane. Regarding that little bit of conversation that we have with the priest.
Which one of them? Which one conversation?
Well, both conversation. You see me, I say, about 3 times a year him ring the eye. But
him call me about Prince Emmanuel in a king's house. When you say Prince Emmanuel gay, I mean, I just like to give Prince Emmanuel insignia.
Right.
I say, yeah, but I know only Prince Emmanuel did get insignia in there. Some claim get insignia, Capo get insignia, and all that. The man begs, you know, say that.
So,
the man begs.
What more ask there now, Muta Zane? Is it impossible for Haile Selassie to return back to Jamaica and the public don't know about it?
On a private visit?
Yes. Is it an impossible thing?
In a taxi?
No, I'm not talking about a taxi. Me ask the eye.
No, but another virgin they tell me that, you know.
Yeah, but me not talk about what the virgin them tell you, you know. Me ask the eye now, Zane, if it's impossible, Zane, for the king for return back to Jamaica on a private visit, and the public
without anybody know,
and the public of Jamaica don't know.
To go and visit Prince Emmanuel.
No, me just ask you in general, is it impossible?
No, but we can't talk about general and that specific thing we are dealing with.
We are talking about Prince Emmanuel, we are talking about.
No, listen to me. The argument that the brethren gave me years ago is that Haile Selassie came back to Jamaica on a private visit to visit Prince Emmanuel.
Yeah.
And him take a taxi and go down to which part Prince Emmanuel is there, and then him go back. That is madness. Total madness.
Why?
Haile Selassie not going to travel alone first, that's the first thing. And he's not going to take no taxi to go to Prince Emmanuel. And why would he why would he be going to Prince Emmanuel?
So what the ayah say is, what is so special about Prince Emmanuel that
mentality to that? Is that deluded? Is the same deluded mentality they say Haile Selassie show up a upload and you and cut it 13 times before
no, but
is that deluded thinking?
That we are talking about. We are talking about if it's impossible for the king to make a private visit without the public know about that. And
no, it can't happen. Because he would have to come through protocols.
Right. He would have to come through
Him
the
now put
protocol.
on a beard. I'm dressed up like another man.
No, that's an illusion. But what may I say is, you have a lot of
private visit is not private, you know. Private visit means him come for a specific thing, and him don't go at stadium, and him don't go on train and all this. That's private visit. Private visit is like when a man like the ambassador of America come here, and him go straight to the minister, to the prime minister. That is private visit. Private visit. The other visit now is when a man come and him have party in a king's house. Him have that and that. Haile Selassie did not do it. Haile Selassie never come here for no private visit. It's one time Haile Selassie come to Jamaica. One time.
That is what they know about.
What do you mean know about? Tell me next time when him come to Jamaica.
No, well, may I say, it's impossible for His Majesty to make a private visit.
No, that would be impossible from a possible. Tell me next time when Haile Selassie come to Jamaica. Because when I go entertain a full talk, you know.
No, well,
tell me the next time when Haile Selassie come to Jamaica.
The only other time me hear about is the private visit with him and Prince Emmanuel.
Who said that to you? No, Bobo tell you that.
Yeah, Bobo. Yeah, well, I am Bobo.
Yeah, they don't see him. They don't see him when the Bobo tell me, say, it vexes me because I tell him, say, Haile Selassie it's not ongo Prince Emmanuel Haile Selassie insignia. Prince Emmanuel, you know Capo, you ever hear about Capo?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the artist Capo, the Pocomania revivalist, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Haile Selassie give him an insignia. Sam Clayton, you know who named Sam Clayton?
Mm-hmm.
From the Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, right?
Yeah, man.
Yes. All right. Me, I say, this is the thought now, and if and if it's possible, and maybe it could have happened, and maybe this. I don't know those talk, you know. Those start leading to some thinking. It start make you start thinking, say, maybe I true, you know. And you know, like I said, you know, no so. You know, see, we can't entertain them on board in my mind, you know. Straight at the arrow, we can't if on board. Why, you know, say, it possible, him could have come here still and nobody don't know, you know. Maybe him come here still and no Rasta.
So alright, Muta, why the Rasta the banana tell lie? Why it would be a lie?
Because them want the thing, just like how the man say, I just to show up after I put it 13 times before drop at the ground. Just like how Bernie Spears making the tune that the lion crown him. No lion never crown Haile Selassie. It's Abuna put the crown on the Ethiopian Catholic Church. Abuna put the crown on Haile Selassie head. So all of these things is to make Haile Selassie look greater than what it means. You can't make Haile Selassie greater or lesser than women's. It's just simple. So when I entertain or talk about possible and maybe and yeah, but it's possible same could have cut off the 13 times kind of God. All this foolishness.
No,
Haile Selassie is a man. Yeah, he walk on water and he not fly without plane. Because I have some man say Haile Selassie never come up on no plane.
No, we're not believing.
You never hear that yet?
No, we're not believing in them something, my lord. Because
no, but if you're not believing in that, why you entertain a thought in your head? Say, there's a possibility and might be and could be and maybe. No, sir.
Because
Haile Selassie did not come here for no private visit.
No, is a government official that you know, Zane, and he's also the king of Ethiopia. So me know him could do what him want to do in terms of following the protocols. You see me?
But a private visit means him go through. There's no way the king of any country going to come here and the government of Jamaica don't know.
No, but the government would have to know. That's how him going to follow
the government know. We would have know, but him don't come visit we. Him don't go in a stadium. And him don't go in a king's house.
No, but
and him don't go take a train and go to Montego Bay. That is what he call private now, is that him don't do all of these things. Him come specifically to someone, which is the government, and it's not Prince Emmanuel.
why it couldn't be Prince Emmanuel?
Well, yeah, no, it's a situation. It could be and would be and should be, you know.
All right.
I mean, it could be and would be, you know. Why would he go to Prince Emmanuel? The question is not why wouldn't. What is the purpose of a private visit from Ethiopia to see Prince Emmanuel? What did the Bobo tell you?
Right. So
what did Bobo tell you?
The private visit, Zin.
Yeah.
I only hear about the private visit, right?
Yeah, what was the private visit about?
The private visit was about, it was a secret thing between Prince Emmanuel and the king. See?
You know, answer me, but you know, answer me, answer you. What was it about? We don't establish, say, you have said that's private visit. What was the private visit about? It was Prince Emmanuel know.
Right.
So nobody else don't know.
Right, my lord. Nobody else no know.
And you are entertained that thought in your head.
No, I say why it would be impossible. I don't say why is it impossible.
We're not even no impossible, you know. We're not even no impossible, you know. Me say, we're not about impossible or possible. Me say, it never happened. It never happened. And no man now go make me entertain them foolishness in my head. It never happened.
All right, Mota. The I hold your stance on that. I'm not go struggle the I with that still. You see me? Because that's the I opinion, and I respect the I opinion. All right.
So what is your opinion?
My opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion.
That's impossible.
Yeah, me not see it in impossible because the government would have to know.
Impossible. I say you see that's possible. I never say, impossible coming at that.
Yeah, I see it very possible.
Possible.
Yeah, man, I see it very possible.
Yeah. So you entertain that in your head.
Well, if more want to entertain it,
because the man who tell you that no can come back, you know, and tell you say, you know, when said to Prince Emmanuel, I start tell you some other things too, and he got to say possible too.
No, then is up to I if I go believe something else. You know what I mean?
If 1 + 1 = 3, 3 + 4 can't be 7. Understand? If 1 + 1 = 3, 3 + 2 can't be 5. So you can start out with a premise where ridiculous and then end up with the right answer. It's a joke business. Joke.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah. Let me ask the eye this. Zin, the eye make music for about 40 odd years now. Seen?
30
odd years. Pardon me. The content of the music that they put out there, does it have any influence?
Influence by who?
By
the people who are listening.
Yeah, by the people who are listening, yeah.
Yeah, man, of course, every artist have influence. Every artist have influence. Me make my music, me make my poetry for influence. Educational, political, social, spiritual. We make it for influence. And it influence everybody. Bob Marley influence all the people. Vybz Kartel influence all the people. Popcorn influence all the people. You know, everybody who make artists influence. That's why they have something named fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah.
So when the Prime Minister is saying that the music influence crime and violence in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And then we see mostly artists like dancehall artists I say, boy, well, the music doesn't influence crime and violence. What do I stand on that? Because as I say, your music influence.
Regine, music is a great influence on the youth them. When you have music on the TV, where man have gone in I'm and I do this and I do that. When you have music on the TV, when you say, you can't see the black of them, it's them bottom on the TV. The artists influence whole heap of people. The artist, whether good or bad, is an influence. Because if Bob Marley did that sing, I'm missing millions of people stone Rasta, right? If me did do my poetry, I'm missing go to South Africa, go see Winnie Mandela, my album, and I say, boy, when them did really in the jungle and them thing and them used to listen to. Me I say, what is it that Vybz Kartel never do? Vybz Kartel influence whole heap of people. You know, nowadays artists them influence whole heap of people. So influence is there, but I wouldn't say it is the main cause of crime and violence. You know, see, because we have to dig deep and find out, say, the first it have gun them come and Jamaica politician, them bring it to the youth them. And now them man they grow up big now and can't get them own gun. So I never say, well, crime and violence, you know, like influence is the influence. No, me I say, it's one of the things them that influence the youth them. Yes, I would have said that. It's one of the things them that influence the youth them. Because right now you would say a DJ. Look how much DJ since the year start get old with gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
The last one was him call himself
Tamale Sparta.
Tamale the whole time I dodge and weave, you know, them, every time them hold him get to it. No. If policeman hold me all the while and me get to it, why would me not go get a gun and I walk with it? When illegal, and then now them find out say the gun there's a hot gun, a 2 murder, they find a gun there.
We
so
see shooter, bad
them give 3 years for the gun. And now them go find say the gun is a hot gun. Them will give more years. Or them go say him did use the gun kill people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a ignorance. The youth them a come from a certain kind of level of society where is ignorant and, you know, not educated. So them keep doing the same thing the same way all the while and think I'll get a different result. And that is really where Kartel will heap of them. You know, when we are youth, we are not gun business. We in a slingshot, and slingshot never illegal. You know, we in a fist-to-fist fight and all them stuff. We never draw no machete to chop up nobody and all them stuff there. But now, the least little thing of blam, 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 you know, them way there. Man just vex with you because you know, like the shoes them have on, or you don't have certain things. Him not have certain things, and him have certain things, and you have certain things, and it causes a gun thing. So really, I'm trying to the music portray it. You know, see, man, I think about bad mind and no friend, him no keep friend and all them something. That joke business. When a man I go sing about him no keep no friend.
Joke something, I believe so.
Yeah.
Anthony B. sing Fire Pan Rome, Zane.
Yeah.
And the Jamaica government banned the song.
Banning.
Right? Yeah. And when you look over the years, we hear a lot more songs that is even worse than Fire Pan Rome. Zane. And we not see no form of reaction from the government in banning some of these songs. You feel say a cap need for go up on some of the producers that are putting out some of these music and
yeah, but you ever find a producer? Nowadays you can't find a producer of the song, you know. You see the song out there. Man just seeing I'm living room like seeing a little room like me, you know, I just make a tune and send it out upon the computer. You know, YouTube, everything goes on YouTube. You know, when I play pan radio, they're on YouTube.
True.
You know, we're censored pan radio, no censored pan YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all them someday. Very difficult for you to censor things and all. So you know, freedom of speech, everybody talk about freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
That is what people are saying now.
Yeah, but
you know, so me have to left though. You know, so me have to left you know though. Trust me.
All right. Well,
going over, you know.
Give thanks, Honorable Mutabaruka for taking the time. You know, it's always.
So this thing is that come live, is that go live or what?
Yeah, man, we're there live on the YouTube. You know what I mean? We have over.
Oh, it's a YouTube thing.
Yeah, we're there live. One for larger part of the ones in the chat room, yeah. Yes, it. Yes, I. Give thanks, Honorable, for taking the time.
Yeah, man, bless it, yeah.
More love and strength. Rastafari.
Yeah.
Yes, my people. Give thanks for them taking the time. That's Alan Hope, better known as Mutabaruka. Yes, I do give thanks for the Virgin taking the time. It was a great joy, great reasoning, you know what I mean, and the item there for get everything live. Zine. So this is all we have time for today. I want to say manners and respect. Give thanks for everyone who tune in. Zine. Yes, I. Yeah, give thanks the sponsors also of this program, Black Star International Media, and also Yard Song Closing. Yes, I. Manners and respect. We're there again this Wednesday. Zine, 7 till 10. Alright, and we'll be right here on the platform, 9 p.m. Okay, so more love, more strength. Thank you for taking the time again. Zine, it's been a joy. Selassie, I know. Zine, so if it's the first time they are them there with we, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. So whenever time we're there again, I get notified. Zine. So more love, more strength.